Greetings, Rising Court. You've just stepped into the 360 chamber. I am Queen Vanche Rising 360 plus Tarot. It is May 2nd, 2026, and the current time is 10:18. All right, 10:18. There we go. 10:18 p.m. All right. So tonight, I will be doing a reading regarding what is it, the Met Gala, right? That's going to be going on in New York on Monday, May 4th. Okay, now let's be clear. I honestly didn't know nothing about Met Gala. The first time I ever heard of a Met Gala was on Married to Medicine, and they was calling it a Med Gala, you know what I'm saying? So that's just about as far as, I know about it. But I got an email from YouTube, and they was like, they want creators to do something regarding the the Met Gala. See, I don't even know how to say this shit. So I was like, okay, what the fuck? So this was just like, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 days ago. I can't remember. But I'm like, shit, okay, well, I read cards, so, maybe I'll read cards. So I did, like I said, I didn't know much about it. So I had to kind of like figure out who are these people, in it, you know what I'm saying? Because I honestly did not know. I mean, I live under a rock. It called me Patrick, you know what I'm saying, Star. It's all good. I am an Aquarius, so hey, that fits just perfectly. Aquarius is represented by the star in tarot, so it is what it is, but as always, I'm going to do my best to try to deliver the message via the cards and just see what they have to say. One thing I will say for sure is during the pre-shuffle, the cards was jumping out mad crazy. And I'm like, hold on, son. Wait a second, I ain't ready for y'all. And as soon as I said son, I already knew. Yep, you tapped in, because you don't really never say son like that. That's a New York thing, right? Right. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it, y'all. Let's see what's going on. Now, I kept getting confused with the theme of this Met Gala, and it is what the theme is: costume art, right? And the dress code is fashion is art. All right, so let's get started. I want to use the tattoo tarot cards, and I want to ask the cards 3 questions. All right, so here we go, y'all. They've already been pre-shuffled, but obviously I'm going to shuffle them again. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, here we go with that bullshit. Listen, at the bottom of the deck, lo and behold, we got the King of Coins. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Okay. So the questions that I want to know via this particular deck is, I want to know what the gala was meant to be. I want to know what Anna has turned it into, and I want to know what overshadows it now. Okay, those are the questions that I want to ask via these cards, and it's interesting that the King of Coins would be at the bottom of the deck. What did I listen to? I had listened to some podcast with these 2 ladies on there. I forgot their names, but they were talking about how expensive, well, not how, well, yeah, how expensive it is to get in this place and tables, and I'm like, what the fuck, bro? So obviously there's a lot of money here, you know what I'm saying, a lot of money here. So I think this is only fitting for this to be at the bottom of the deck during the pre-shuffle. But I think she said it was like $31 million made last year, I believe, and it's like 75 racks just to get in or some shit like that, and 300 and something $1,000 for a table, something like that, you know. So yeah. Let's get to it. All right, so interesting. Ain't this some oh fuck, I don't know what her sign is. I don't know what Anna's sign is, but I just split the deck, and we got the King of Coins, and then I split the deck. As you can see, we have the Queen of Cups, okay? I don't know if she's a water sign or anything like that, but damn, I wish I would have known that part. All right, well, let's just keep it moving. All right, can I get 3 cards, please, and can I get them back to back? I want to know what the gala was meant to be. I want to know what Anna has turned it into. And I want to know what overshadows it now. Okay, can I please get those cards back to back? All right, so this will be what the gala was meant to be. Okay, this will be what Anna has turned it into. And this will be what overshadows it now. All right, at the bottom of the deck. Oh Lord, have mercy. How we gonna start off with the King of Coins at the bottom of the deck? Now y'all saw me shuffle, and at the so yeah, we have the Ace of Coins here. So we go from the King of Coins to the Ace of Coins. That's, you know, that's big, y'all. For what it's worth, no no pun intended. Look, I had a monster because I don't know how long this is gonna take, right? But I'm prepared to do about 3 hours, y'all. But no pun intended. For what it's worth, I think the King of Coins and the Ace of Coins is very fitting. But okay, let's just go. Let's just go. All right, so let's see what these talk about. So, what was the gala meant to be? Aww. Listen, we got the Fool card. And don't that make a lot of sense for the Fool card to come out regarding what the gala was meant to be? Okay? What did them ladies say? They said it's about funding for students, institute or something like that, you know, to help them do what they do when it comes to design and stuff, okay? So I think this is very fitting for the Fool card to be right here. The Fool card is about new beginnings, starting something new, a new adventure. You know what I'm saying? So what the gala was meant to be was to give, I'm guessing, these students a fresh start in the fashion industry or the art industry or something like that, okay? I think that is very fitting. No, pun intended. We are talking about designing, and they do have to fit them. Listen, we got 3 hours, y'all. Come on now. Just rock with me. Just rock with me. And then look, It's a food card right here. On the, come on, Shay. Don't get. No, I'm just looking at the synchronicity of it all. We got the food card right here. It's the first card I done pulled, and then it's right there. Man, come on now. All right. So y'all saw it. You saw it. Okay. So, if you want me to read it, okay. Let's see. Let's see what the food card talks about. It says, the seeker, innocence, negativity, courage, humor, living in the now, journey, outset, burst of energy. Everything is open. All paths are available. Wow. That's what the gala was meant to be, y'all. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. For real. So now I'm a little anxious to see if that's what it was meant to be. What has Anna Wintour turned it into? The Four of Coins. The Four of Coins. So let's talk about what the Four of Coins talks about via the tattoo ink. The Four of Coins, hold on. Where are you? Here we go. So the Four of Coins talks about inheritance, gift, wins, grants, benefits, status through wealth, financial protection and security, insurance, fears of destitution and loss, meanness, comfort zone, trap, hoarding. All right, that's what it has said, okay? So, I'm assuming with the Fool card being here and what it was supposed to be was an inheritance, a gift, a win, a grant, a benefits, okay? And it talks about status through wealth, financial protection and security, insurance, right? But now, you know what I'm saying, just based off of what those ladies had said, you feel me? It seems like the overall theme or the overall goal has become something less than what it was supposed to be in the beginning. So what I would say is what she has turned it into is a fear of destitution and loss, meaningless, the comfort zone trap in hoarding in some type of way with this Four of Coins coming out. But anyway, I didn't say it. That's what the cards had said. So maybe some will see it as, you know, it's still an inheritance. It's still a gift. It's still a win. It's still a grant. It's still a benefit. Status through wealth, financial protection and security, insurance. Other people may look at it different. Fear of destitution and loss and meaningless, meanness, and the comfort zone trap and hoarding. All right. So what is the next card? What overshadows it now? Ooh. Whoa. What overshadows it now? Wow, that's crazy. Stalemate, conformity, inner conflict, duplicity, disloyal, desires for respite, truth, poise, balance of opposing parts. That's raw business. That is raw business, y'all. Wow. Holy moly. Shit. Did I say I was gonna give y'all 3 hours? I don't know, cause I don't even like the vibe, bro. I don't really like the vibe, but we just gonna keep it moving. All right. So, um, this right here are the character oracle cards. And with these cards, I basically want to ask some questions, okay, about some people, of course, Anna, and a couple more people. So I'm going to tell you guys who the people are, and then we're going to pull the cards for those people. All right. So here we go. All right. It's a lot of people, y'all, okay? Here we go. So, well, what's at the bottom? At the... I ain't even finna say nothing about it, y'all. I'm gonna just let you see it. Like I said, when I was pre-shuffling these cards, it was some wild stuff jumping out, you know what I'm saying? But this is crazy. I want to talk about the people who name, is being mentioned a lot when it comes to this Met Gala thing, right? So that's what we got right here. Addiction, avoidance, abuse, alcoholism, okay? Drunkard. Wow. Split the deck. Then we have mother, and it says selfless love, nurturer, source of life. Wow, maternal patience and comfort. It's weird that when I split this deck and I end up with what I end up with, I automatically think of a motherless child. Don't even ask me why, but that's just what I think of, a motherless child, okay? That's just what came to my head. But anyway, I want to ask for 6 cards via these character oracle cards. Can I please get 6 cards back to back? I need 1 for Anna. I need 1 for Beyoncé. I need 1 for Nicole Kidman. I need 1 for Venus Serena. Damn. I need 1 for Venus Williams, okay? And I need 1 for Mr. McQueen. And I need that last one to be for the industry show itself, please. Can I get it back to back for these characters? No, I can't get it back to back. That's fine. Okay. The first card is going to be for Anna. They said I couldn't get it back to back. The first card is going to be for Anna. Okay. The second card is going to be for Beyoncé. The third card is going to be for Nicole Kidman. The fourth card is going to be for Venus Williams. The fifth card is going to be for Alexander McQueen. And the last card is going to be for the fashion industry show itself. Can I get the last card, please? Okie dokie smoky. There we go. There are our 6 cards. Let me count it. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, siete. Okay, that's not quite right, Shay. Don't even do that. Okay. I used to know how to do it. All right, so because I often forget to look at the bottom of the deck, I'm trying to do better at looking at the bottom of the deck. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck, y'all. Young, vitality, innovation, potential, and growth. Wow, I think that is so fitting. I think I'm gonna say fitting like the whole night because, you know, they have been fitting people like all the time in outfits and shit. But I do honestly, you know what I'm saying, all bullshit to aside. I said to aside, shit. I do think that's fitting because you notice that out of all the people that I named, you know what I'm saying, the people who are supposed to benefit ultimately for this is the young, is the innovation, is the potential, is the growth. Those are the fools. Not the fools like that, but you know what I'm saying, the young that's trying to discover their talent, you know what I'm saying, and be supported in some type of way financially, you feel me? So that's why I say I think that's very fitting for, you know, all the characters that I have called out. And then for this one to be at the bottom of the deck, the young, you know, I think that's proper, okay? But that's just what I think. Don't get me wrong. I don't know anything about fashion. If it fits and it's clean, I'm wearing it, okay? But not purple. I won't wear purple no more. That's another story, but I won't wear purple. Get out the way, Barney. Yeah, that's what they had said to me. That's what they had said to me at 17, and I still remember it. Get out the way, Barney. I had on purple shirt and purple tie-dye pants with white. And that's what they had said to me. So I'll wear anything except for purple. Okay. Stupid shit. All right, listen. Let's get to it. So, when I think of Anna Wintour, she's viewed as the high priestess, you know what I'm saying? If you think about it. You know, she's the one that knows all, you know, she's the one, okay? She's the one, according to them ladies, she's the one. So I consider her to be the high priestess, okay? When it comes to these characters right here, these character oracle cards. So let's see what these cards have to say when it comes to Anna Wintour. And I'm just going to call her Anna because, like, that's too long to be saying all that shit. All right, so what does the cards have to say about her as far as a character? Ooh, ooh, the diviner, the sheer of the unseen, foresight, insight, and cosmic connection. Well, there you have it, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Boom, shaka laka 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 laka. So, she is the one who makes all the decisions. She is the one that knows what's going to be unseen before anybody else does, because she is the one who approves and not approves things that happen when it comes to this overall situation. She is the big kahuna. So I think this card is very fitting for her when it comes to her character. All right. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so let's keep it going, y'all. So let's talk about the icon, Mrs. Beyoncé herself. Let's talk about the icon, because she is considered the icon, right? And it says, seeker of adventure, courage, challenged, gold. You see that? That's what it says. Let's talk about Nicole Kidman. She is considered the timeless muse. We all know Nicole Kidman. Whenever I think about Nicole Kidman, I always think about that thick, curly hair that she has. Anytime, I don't think about Batman. Was she ever in Batman? I don't know, but I don't think about Batman. I think about that curly hair. So I don't even know if she was ever in Batman, but maybe she was, for it to come to my head, seeing that I'm talking about hair. I don't know, but that's what I think about when I think about Nicole Kidman. So what does the cards have to say when it comes to the timeless muse? The king. Okay. Look at here. Look at here. Authority, ruler, inheritance. Okay. Hey, it say king, but hey, shit, flip that. Flip it, make it the queen. You see, we can't have two big queens and kings up, two big queens up in here like that. But this is the energy that's coming off of her. Authority, a ruler, inheritance of some sort, because she has been, her name has been around for a long time, ever since I was a shorty, you feel me? So she is considered the timeless muse, if you ask me. Okay. Now, let's talk about the champion, Venus Williams, which is a little interesting to me because I would have thought the challenger would have been that for her, but I guess not. So what card represents Venus Williams in this situation? I'm considering her the champion. Let's see what the cards have to say. The friend. Oh, I like this. The friend. The keeper of trust, companion, support, and sharing joy. You know, I think this is very fitting. Listen, how many times is Shay gonna say fitting? I think this is very fitting. But I do think it's very fitting. God damn, what do you want me to say? I do. Friend and fit. Same word. Same F's, okay? Listen. I think this is very fitting when it comes to Venus, because I think she is a keeper of choice, of trust and companion and support and sharing joy. I think she is considered a very loyal friend, and I believe that what makes a person a champion, someone who is loyal at all times. She's a friend. Okay. Let's talk about the fallen genius, which I consider that to be Alexander McQueen, the fallen genius. Okay, I'm sorry for laughing like that, y'all. I am so sorry. I apologize, because that's not... I didn't even do nothing. I ain't even do nothing. It was the cards. Like, I ain't do nothing. The fallen genius, I consider that to be Alexander McQueen, y'all. Please just... I'm sorry. I was only laughing because the person is on the floor. You know what I'm saying? It's the drunkard, the alcoholism, the addictions, the avoidance, and the abuse. Now, let's be clear. I don't know much about this guy. Okay. Um, I don't even, when I thought of him, I thought about that show, that cartoon, Trucks, Cars. I think it was called Cars. Yes, that's what I thought about when I thought about him. Why is the fallen genius Alexander McQueen showing up as the drunkard, the alcoholism? I said the alcoholism. Oh, alcoholism, the addictions, the avoidance, and the abuse. I don't know his character like that, bro. These is what the cards are saying. But it is very interesting that we have a person on the ground, on the floor, with alcohol bottles everywhere. What else is on here? Alcohol, a lot of alcohol bottles, you know what I'm saying? So that makes me wonder, you know, even though um, I looked at him as the fallen genius, is it something that was going on when he was alive, you feel me, that led to this card coming out? You know, that's real interesting that would come out. Well, let's talk about the fashion industry show itself. I consider that to be the devil. Okay? Yeah. So let's see what that card has to say about the fashion industry show itself. Volunteer. Ooh. 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 Volunteer. You volunteer to play in the devil's court. Interesting. Easy. Easy with no problems. People volunteer to participate in this fashion show industry. We're talking about the shadow aspect of it, you feel me? The fashion show industry, shadow. People easily volunteer to be of service. This is what we have. That's crazy. Well, Shay, you did this. Well, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. I mean, I only had like 4 days to come up with something. Jesus, don't off with her head, okay? Well, then feed them cake. God damn it. Oh shit. Okay. Damn, them motherfuckers loud downstairs. Shut the fuck up. They are so fucking loud, bro. All right. I guess it takes one to know one, because usually I do these in the morning time and I be so fucking loud. So now it's nighttime. Plus it's the weekend, so kids will be kids, right? Um, I want to use these cards right here. These are my Wisdom of the House of Night cards. And yes, we have talked about Anna, you know, as the high priestess, and Beyoncé as the icon, and, you know, Nicole Kidman as the timeless muse, and Venus Williams as the champion, and we talked about Alexander McQueen being the fallen genius, as well as the fashion industry shadow coming up as a volunteer. Okay. So I want to use these cards right here. And this is basically what I want to know. Okay. I want to know how does these people really feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, this card right here is going to talk about the shadow aspect of their character, the shadow aspect of their character, meaning the mask that they put on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna use these cards for, you guys. All right. What time we got? Hold on, cause I'm only giving y'all 3 hours. Okay, we good. We 53 in. All right, so here we go, y'all. Keep my phone near. All right, so I have to keep reaching. All right, so here we go. I want to see about, who should I go first with? Let's just do Anna first. All right. So we know she came out as the diviner, you know, the sheer of the unseen, the foresight, the insight, the cosmic connection, because she is the connection. If you're not in connection with her, you will not be getting a seat inside the building, okay? Let's just be clear. So let's talk about her shadow side. Even though she's showing up like this, let's see what these cards have to say. What's at the bottom? Yep. Because we damn sure finna get a better understanding of it all, okay? I ain't gonna play with you. I'm not gonna play with you. Huh. What did I say? I said I ain't gonna play with you. We got them cycles, don't we? We finna get a better understanding about, ooh, that's why when I was meditating, I saw a merry-go-round, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the merry-go-round with the horses and shit on it and everything. It's different types of animals that be on the merry-go-round. And remember I said we're going to get to the bottom of it? And when I was meditating, I couldn't understand, like, why the fuck would I be seeing this merry-go-round like this? So we finna understand what these cycles is all about when it comes to these people we finna talk about, right? So we finna get a better understanding about the cycles. Here we go. First card, please. Can I get the first card, please, for Anna? What would you like the people to know when it comes to Anna? Damn. I'm not going to take it, but I will show you. It tried to pop out, you know what I'm saying, but it didn't. But we got belonging, and we have focus, okay? There we go. There we go. Can I get one card, please, for Anna? Confidence. Woo! Well, ain't that the truth? She is very confident in what it is that she does. Number 42 could be significant to her. She is very confident in what she do. Where's the book at? Okay. And let's read what oh, y'all ain't finna believe this shit. 110 could be significant. Y'all, I literally just turned to it. See it at the top? Y'all saw me open up that book. I opened up that book with confidence. You feel me? With confidence, my nigga. Yeah, I did that. So let's talk about it, though. There are a few of my chosen ones who have the confidence and courage to live forever. Well, goddamn. Well, goddamn, I did say 110 could be significant. Because you got to be a confident motherfucker to want to live forever, okay? Maybe she doesn't necessarily mean live forever that way, but not be forgotten. That's how I'm gonna look at it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call a spade, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read it how I read it, and I'm gonna tell you how I feel. That's just what I do. I'm gonna keep it a buck, you know, whether you like it or not. That's what I'm gonna do. It's how I feel. So I'm gonna tell you what comes out because of what I feel and what I read, okay? When I read it. So let's talk about it. It says, there is one such immortal being who has kept this oracle safe in the castle in the Isles of Skite to be given to you when the time is right. This time is now. This is your time. The world needs you. Much is going to be asked of you as you move through your life challenges and receive my gifts. Know that I have chosen you, and that you have everything you need to make the right decisions. Walk with your head held high and take the next step forward towards your goal with confidence. I will be with you every step of the way. 111. Now, peep game. Peep game what I just read to y'all, right? There are a few of my chosen ones who have the confidence and the courage to live forever. There is one such immortal being who has kept this oracle safe in the castle of the Isles of Skite to be given to you when the time is right. The time is now. This is your time. The world needs you. Much is going to be asked of you as you move through your life challenges and receive my gift. I know that I have chosen you and that you have everything you need to make the right decision. Walk with your head held high and take the next step towards your goal with confidence. I will be with you every step of the way. Now, I don't know if everybody feels like she should walk with her head held high. There's no doubt that she has been chosen for this position based on the fact that it simply says that I know you will make the right decision. Okay? So the power in the gift was given to Anna. Okay? The only question at hand is she using that gift, the power to make the decision on this, that, and the other? Is she making that decision, and can she hold her head up high? That's the question at hand, okay? Some might say yes, some might say no. I'm just telling you what the books say, bro. That's all I'm saying, all right? You can sit with that one, okay? Now, y'all, I want to use these cards right here. These are the Soul Lesson Journey Oracle cards, something like that. And I just want to ask for one card for her, you know, to see about what her soul wants her to know. Because remember, this card right here, remember what I said, this is the mask. This is the mask, y'all. Remember, if you was listening, this deck right here is the mask. I said that. This deck right here is the soul, what the soul wants you to know. So yeah, confidence is always the key, especially when you're wearing a mask. Hey, what's at the bottom of the deck? Yo, change. Anyway, purpose. Wow. I know what I'm here to do. Ain't that some shit? Okay. I'm only giving y'all 3 hours, bro. Spirit, what would you like Anna to know? When it comes to her soul, what would you like her to know? Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Whenever you make a decision that's based off of love, you know, I can't say 100% if every decision that she has made has been based off of love. I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I will not do it. I will not do it. I won't do it. You won't get me to do it. You won't get me to say it. No, you will not get me to say it. No. And I'm confident with that answer. That's my final answer. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's move on to Beyoncé, the icon. The high priestess of air is at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, the high priestess of spirit. So we got two high priestesses right here. Now, damn, they back to back too. 6 and 7. 76 could be significant. 6 or 7 could be significant when it comes to Beyonce. Okay, we got the high priestess of air and we have the high priestess of spirit. When I split the deck, y'all. When it comes to Beyonce, spirit, please. What mask does she wear? Yo. Let's look that up. I get this sometimes, but I haven't used this deck in about 3 weeks, so look, I almost turned to it. Her card is rigid. And I turned to 31, but it should have been 30. But is there a stone wall that stands between you and others? Could that wall be inside you? Now is the time to become more flexible and drop your rigid expectations of yourself, especially of others. Don't be afraid to drop your guard a little bit too. If you are willing to let others in, you will see a benefit in the connections. Another meaning here is that you recognize that the wall that others may have put up, don't take it personally if they won't let you in. This is their way of coping and has little to do with you. I think that's interesting that the mask that she wears would come out as rigid. Is there a stone wall that stands between you and others? Could this wall be inside you? Now, the reason why I said that is because, look, remember what her card was, the challenger. Maybe some way, somehow, she always feels as if she's being challenged and always have to prove herself. So in order to not, be challenged, have to prove herself or challenge, she puts up this wall. But this thing is talking about, when it comes to her mask, that she built this wall up. And what they're saying is, you shouldn't take this personal. It's just how people cope with things. It has little to do with you. So this is funny. Sometimes people always think people are coming for you and they feel this type of way, and people always want to come at me, and I always got to fight for my right to be, my place in the world or something to that extent. But in actuality, you really fighting yourself, and you don't have to do all that because it's never that serious. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying based off of what I had read, you know what I'm saying? Now is the time to become more flexible and drop your rigid expectations of yourself and especially of others. Don't be afraid to drop your guard a little too. If you are willing to let others in, you will see the benefits in their connections. Another meaning here is that you recognize that the wall that you may have put up, don't take it personally. If they won't let you in, this is their way of coping, and it has little to do with you. Wow. Spirit, please. What would you like Miss Beyoncé to know? Wow. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change the outcome. Yo, fam, sis, bro, she worried and focused on the wrong motherfucking thing. Ooh, Spirit. How you gonna call out the queen bee? Ooh, cause it's vital, cause your health. It's vital, cause your health. Oh. Ooh, you know what? I think not too long ago, I don't know if it was real or not though, because sometimes YouTube be lying and it be like AI doing shit. So I'm not for sure if it's true or not. But I saw it was like one of them shorts. It was real quick. And it was like Beyonce, and it was like, yes, I'm pregnant, but I'm keeping this time to myself. She just want to share this moment with herself, you know, keep it private or something to that extent. So I'm wondering if that is that why health, I honor the physical vessel that enshrines my health, and she need to stop worrying about the wrong things that don't really matter and pay more attention to her health. Yo, that's crazy. Spirit, what would you like Beyonce to know when it comes to her soul? Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. How both of these motherfuckers got shit coming out talking about love? We got one talking about I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things, love. And then we got another motherfucker. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So yeah, she got some type of harboring resentment that's blocking her flow of love too. You know what I'm saying? So both of these motherfuckers got issues when it comes to love on some type of level, which is mad crazy, bro. Which is mad crazy. Wow. Shit, I can't wait to get to Venus. You know what I'm saying? I should just skip over Nicole and just go straight to Venus, but I'm not. Whew, sorry, I had to adjust. You know what I'm saying? I had to adjust. All right, so here we go. Yes. Invisible is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we're talking about Nicole Kidman here. Not saying that she's invisible or nothing like that, but that's just what just happened to be up next, okay? Risk. So we got invisible and risk. Number 16 and number 31. Here we go, Spirit. When it comes to the mask that Nicole Kidman wears, what can you tell us? Can you tell us anything when it comes to the mask that Nicole Kidman wears? Choices. Choices. Number 46 could be significant to her, so let's go to it. So when it comes to the mask that Nicole Kidman wears, we have number 46, and it talks about choices. So let's see what choices have to say. Every choice you make has a consequence. Even your thoughts are like magnets drawing experience to you for the good or for the bad. Do you know the story of the winged immortal in the house of the night who has chosen between the dark and the light? Damn, ain't that interesting? The dark and the light. Didn't she play in a movie? Didn't she play in a movie with them kids where they couldn't be in the light? Whoa, my chair just popped up. Dark in the light. Who has chosen between the dark and the light? Do you know what he chose? Right now, you are faced with such a choice. All you need to do is ask, is this for my higher good? The choice you make will be an important step in your life lesson. Remember, even not deciding is a choice. What will it be? Choose another card to show that your choice will, your choice will bring you. Now, this is the crazy part of it. Y'all saw me shuffling them goddamn cards, and they didn't stop like I wanted them to, or whatever. And we ended up with this card right here for her. And it says, choose another card to show you what your choice will bring you. Now, this is interesting because even though, Nicole Kidman is considered the timeless muse and showing up as the king of authority, the ruler of inheritance and things of that nature, the mask is all about choices. Every choice has a consequence. Drawing experience to you, good or bad. That's crazy. So when it comes to her dealings in this whole thing, she had a choice. And depending on what that choice is going to depend on whatever this next card is, the outcome. What this choice will bring her. So what I'm going to do is just take the card that's at the bottom of the deck. I will not look at it, but here we go. 46. Wow. I mean, not 46, y'all. 43. And it talks about understanding. Didn't I say we was going to get to the bottom and understanding these cycles? Here we go. You have to understand, for every choice you make in life, whether good or bad, there will be a consequence for it. Remember, we had risk on there for her too when I split that deck. Now we got choices, and now we got understanding your choice. When you make a choice, you need to understand what you're signing yourself up for on that dotted line, baby. So let's see. What does 43 say? This is the symbol for deep and true comparison. Damn. Let me read it to you again. This is the symbol for deep and true comparison. Lord, they done got Nicole. Wow. Better than them OJ. Ooh, I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so fucking... Ooh, Shay, you not right. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. It is one thing to read something or to hear something. But it is another thing to truly understand something. You are being asked to keep an open mind and an open heart and to allow yourself to absorb information as you receive it. Be open to the wisdom that can only come with time and patience and perspective. Didn't I say? What did I say about Nicole Kidman? Didn't I say she was the timeless muse? I said she was the timeless muse. Listen to what the book has said, y'all. Fuck what I'm talking about, y'all. Listen to what the book said. It says, you are being asked to keep an open mind and heart and allow yourself to observe information as you receive it. Be open to the wisdom that can only come with time, patience, in perspective, baby. Try to get outside of yourself and imagine what it's like to walk in someone else's shoes. To understand is to have power. If I had a mic, I would drop that bitch right now. Do y'all understand what the fuck I just read? Y'all, I'm only giving y'all 3 hours. Once we get to 3 hours, bro, Patreon cuts off. That's it. I'm not... Patreon got to hear everything that goes on. So if Patreon cuts off, the video cuts off. I'm just telling you what it is. Ain't that right, Patreon? I got y'all back. See, Patreon only gets the audio. Okay? Patreon gets what goes on before this camera comes on, what goes on during, and then what goes on once this camera goes off. Patreon gets everything. Some stuff on there is free, y'all. But obviously the good shit gonna cost you a little bit of money. Honey. Yeah. Anyway, it's not that much, y'all. It's not that much. Okay. That's crazy, though. What does Spirit want Nicole Kidman to know? As if they didn't just tell us enough. At the bottom of the deck. Oh! Oi, mate. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it for myself. Baby, don't lie to yourself. You know what this shit is, so stop playing with yourself. Say that shit for nighttime when you alone, okay? Honesty. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. You can't lie to yourself, because then how you going to sleep at night? Even if you play with yourself at night to get off, you still ain't going to be able to sleep because you haven't been true to yourself. You lied to yourself, and you know better. Nicole, you know better. And Spirit calling you out too. Spirit done called out Beyonce, and Spirit done called you out, Nicole. Kidman. Okay? Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Girl. See? Spirit. When it comes to Nicole Kidman's, so what is it that she needs to know? Said Spirit, what is it that she needs to know when it comes to her soul? That's what we doing now? Oh, fuck y'all. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. This is crazy, y'all. That is 1, 2, 3, 9, 8, 5. Just kidding, y'all. I am realizing that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Now, I use these soul journey lesson oracle cards pretty often, and I'm gonna go out on a limb. Okay, Tina Marie, listen. I don't think all of these cards talk about love like that. I don't. You know, I bet $1. Okay? But that's crazy. So, she need not be afraid. Okay? What is fear? I was once told that fear is fake evidence appearing real. Fake. We had got all these emphases up in here. We got fear, forgiveness, friend, fool. Jesus Christ. Well, it's your turn, Venus. It's your turn. I'm your Venus. Okay. Let's see. This is the one. Hold on. I gotta get a sip of the monster for this one. Okay. Where's it at? Oh. Straight up. That's good. That's good. Okay, y'all. Now, I'm rather curious about what mask, if any, that Venus Williams wears, right? She comes off as the more quiet one of the two sisters, okay? I watched that movie years ago when it came out about her, about them with Will Smith and everything, and I thought it was a pretty cool movie. Oh, and shout out to the person who just asked me to do that, who requested that reading on those tennis players. I got you, boo. It's going to take some time, though, because I got a lot of requests to do, but I think the requests for the tennis people are going to be cool because it's, it opens up another door for me personally. Okay, so I appreciate you asking for that request. But anyhow, I just had to throw that out there, seeing that we are talking about Venus Williams, who is someone who I assume she's retired. If she's not, I'm so sorry. Patrick Star, I don't really be knowing shit. I stay up under a rock. It's cool. No judgment on myself, okay? Because that's the only thing that matters. It's the monster speaking to y'all. Straight facts. Fizzle facts. Another F, y'all. Okay, listen. I'm rather curious to know what mask that she wears, if any. All right? So, let's get to it. At the bottom of the deck, denial. Girl, don't you do that. Don't you do it, Venus. Because you can't bullshit a bullshitter. Listen, I am not a bullshitter. I said what I said. You can't bullshit a bullshitter. You ain't in no fucking denial, motherfucker. You know what the fuck this shit is. Stop fucking playing with me. Okay? Ooh! You took an oath and you knew what you was doing when you did what you did. I don't want to fucking hear it. You ain't in denial. You knew what the fuck was going on when you signed up for this shit. Don't fucking play with me. I don't like when people try to play with me. Okay? Anyway. Hold on. I had a little piece of something that was on my sweater. I appreciate that. Don't play with me, lint. Not even the lint gets to play with me. Fuck out of here. Alright. That monster has kicked in, Lord. Jesus, taken to church. I'm uploading this in the morning, baby. Hold on, what time is it, y'all? Ooh, it's 11:26, bro. Shit. We gotta hurry up. Alright. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Venus. So, remember, Venus came out as the friend, y'all, right? Yeah. The keeper of trust, the companion, the support, the joy sharing, and all that shit, right? Okay. And don't get me wrong, I think Venus is cool. I really do. Venus stays out the way, you know what I'm saying? She don't really be, well, maybe she do, and I just don't know. Shit, I don't know. So let's see what mask she's wearing. Spirit. You still rocking with me? What mask is Venus wearing? Oh, Venus gets special treatment. Okay, baby. She gets special treatment. You see? Okay. And what's that special treatment? Caliente. We got the High Priestess of Fire. See? Ain't them High Priestesses just coming on out? We had the High Priestess of Air. Now we got the High Priestess of Fire. And I could have sworn we had the High Priestess of something else, or was it Fire earlier too? I can't remember. That's why she gets special treatment. Because she is a friend indeed. And you know why? Because we got another F. Fire. Huh. I said don't fucking play with me because you know what this is. Okay? So let's just go to the page and see what Fire of the High Priestess of Fire has to say. And this is what it says, y'all. It says, my child, you have chosen the symbol of the vampire, High Priestess of Fire, the goddess of creativity and passion. Whenever she arrives, she reminds you of your ability to create your own reality and choose how you channel your energy. See what I'm saying? If you are restless, call upon the High Priestess of Fire for inspiration and joy. She will release you from the trap of boredom. Oh, so you was bored. This is why you decided to be a part of this, so because you was bored. Well then, with the High Priestess of Fire, I said, don't act like you don't know what this is. You could have chose to do something different. All you had to do was ask. It says she was bored. You want to put your name out there. Fire brings warmth and light, but it also burns when it is allowed to get out of control. Spend your energy creatively, not impulsively, and guard yourself against burning out. Use your fire wisely and let your light shine brightly. So, all I'm saying is, we're talking about the mask. Is she using her fire to shine brightly? Is she, I'm asking. I'm just asking a question. Is it a yes or is it a no? You know? Is she in a situation where she just was bored and didn't have nothing to do and she may get burnt or have a burnout? I don't know. I'm just telling you what the cards say. You know? Yup. Oh, God. What's at the bottom of the deck? Let go. Let's fucking go. That's why I said, you know what this is. You took a fucking oath. You know what the fuck this is. You could have let the shit go. You was bored. So you decided to jump on board. I made a funny to me. Okay. All right. So here we go. You see this card? I'm going to put it right up under there. Okay. All right. So I don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. Nobody know what it is. We just gonna slide it up under there because we know letting go is the card that was up under vet, but we know the next card usually ride out for the next person in line, right? It's kind of what the pattern be. So let's just keep it moving. Hey, Cabbage Patch, Cabbage Patch, Cabbage Patch. It's definitely the monster, bro. I didn't do the Cabbage Patch when the Cabbage Patch was out. I was doing the hammer. Hey, which was damn near the same if you ask me. Anyway, who's next? She's still next. My bad, Spirit. I was trying to dance about this shit. Two-step. Sorry, y'all. Spirit, what would you like? I shouldn't have had the monster on. What would you like, Venus to know when it comes to her soul? At the bottom of the deck, envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Girl, don't you start with that shit. Don't you start with that shit. This is feeling sorry for yourself when you don't have to do that. Okay? Anyway, know your purpose, baby. Know your purpose. Here we go. Spirit, please, Spirit. What would you like Venus to know when it comes to her soul, please? That's weird. She does not have a cock. How can she rock out with her cock out? Weird shit, okay? I don't know where it came from, y'all. I just don't know. Spirit, what would you like her to know? Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it for myself. I know. That's why I kept saying the whole time, motherfucker, stop acting like you in denial. You know what I'm saying? You took an oath. You knew what this shit was when you decided to sign up for it. I ain't got time for the bullshit. Don't bullshit a bullshitter. Okay? Don't bullshit a bullshitter. Now, damn, y'all. Okay, y'all. Sorry about this. Alright, I'm just moving them up. So the next person we got to get some cards for is, y'all know who next in line. Don't. Let's see what's going on with the mask that Alexander McQueen had on during his time, okay? Because we already know we had got that drunker, you know, which was weird as hell. So, here we go. What's at the bottom of the deck? Wow. Wow, y'all. Trapped. Trapped, y'all. You see that? Trapped. Now, this card, remember, it was right here, and I smooth slid that bitch right up under here, right? Because he was next in line, and we knew, you know what I'm saying, that the letting go card was up under there. So, yeah, I did that shit, y'all. I do it all the time, okay? But anyway, we got trapped. And let's just read what Trap has to say when it comes to him. So this is his mask, y'all. This is the shadow. When I say mask, we're talking about the shadow aspect, okay? In case somebody don't know, when I say mask, the shadow aspect, okay? This is a book that talks about the shadow aspect of people, all right? That's why I'm talking about the mask, the cover-up, okay? Just so there's no confusion. All right, but anyway, number 34, it talks about trapped. And it says, "My dear sweet child, do you feel as if you are trapped in your life right now?" Now, it's interesting that it says, "My dear sweet child, do you feel as if you're trapped right now?" Didn't I say earlier on when I saw that card that it made me think of a motherless child? I had said that I remember that part. Monster or no monster, I remember that shit. Do you sense that you cannot do what you really want to do because others have expectations of you that you may not be able to fulfill? Do you feel as if you will never get what you want or go where you want to go? Have patience, for truly you are in a temporary prison that exists in your mind. Your circumstances, no matter what they are, will change, and you will be free to experience the life you wish to lead. In these times, dreaming is the best antidote. And of course, patience. Consider the story of the half raven boy trapped in conflict until he finally until he finally follows his heart. Trust me, for I will show you when the cage door opens so that you can be free. That's crazy because in actuality he is free. He is free from all the high expectations that um, he may felt as if he could not fulfill, you know. And he could have been in his head a lot, which could have a lot to do with the drunker card coming out. You know, it's crazy as hell. That's crazy. Um, I was told not to read anything else on him. Well, all right. He don't get a soul card. He gets a soul card. Okay, so, um, yeah, they said don't read nothing else on him, but he does get a soul card. So he gets the trap card, and then we go back to that letting go here. He gets a soul card though. Wow, self-esteem. I possess gift of the soul that benefits me and others. Wow. Self-esteem. Um, his self-esteem maybe wasn't as great as some people probably thought. This is his card. He gets no more cards. Okay. All right. All right, Spirit. Shit. You ain't got to tell me twice. Eyes a listen. Eyes a listen. Eyes a listen. Fuck me. Sorry, y'all. All right. Oh, he don't get that card. Sorry. So here. So now, y'all. Wow. So we're gonna do the last person, which is basically not a person, but it's the fashion industry shadow itself. All right? It's the fashion industry shadow itself. And we know what's at the bottom of this deck and letting go. Letting go. Let's read what it says. Number 22. This symbol comes to remind you that freedom is important to everyone. If you love something, set it free. Don't hold on too tight. Lest you chase it away, you have the freedom at this time to choose whatever you want. Let others do the same. You will be so happy you did. Miracles come when you let go and allow the magic to happen of its own accord. Wow. That's the fashion industry mask. Wow. Let me read that to y'all again. The symbol comes to remind you that freedom is important to everyone. And remember that the fashion industry shadow came off as the devil, right? Volunteer. Remember, that was the volunteer card, you guys. And it says, if you love something, set it free. Don't hold on too tight. Lest it chase you away. Why do I say that? Lest you chase it away. You have the freedom at this time to choose whenever you want. Let others do the same. You will be so happy you did. Miracle comes when you let go and allow the magic to happen on its own accord. We know the devil is all about feeling trapped, feeling addicted to things, bondage to things that you can't get out of. And what this card is saying is that free people, free them. Don't have them attached and bondaged when it comes to this whole fashion industry shadow, because it's not what it was supposed to be in the first place. It has turned into something way different. Okay? I'm not going to say that. Boy, I can't say that. I'm not going to say that. I'll tell y'all later, Patreon, what I was thinking. I'll tell y'all later. Mum's the word. Okay? But I'm going to use this card. It's funny, this deck. It's funny that it says friendship. It says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. When it comes to the devil, do anybody consider the devil a friend? Okay. Do anybody consider the devil a friend? Right. Nobody. I don't think nobody does. Okay. It says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. When it comes to the devil in this fashion industry, the shadow aspect of it, it makes me feel like a lot of friendships have been overshadowed. A lot of relationships have been not what they used to be. You know, just people trying to get in, not necessarily where they fit in, but rub shoulders just to get into a door that wasn't meant for everybody to walk through. If you do your research, I did a little bit, y'all. I only had like 4 days, okay? All right, don't judge me. I only had 4 days, y'all. And on top of all the other readings that I've been doing, I'm not making excuses. It's just the truth. I haven't done all my research, but what I do know is that this whole fashion show, this whole thing was not for everybody. It was only for a few people, you know, elite people, top tier type people, you know what I'm saying? It was very, you know, when it was meant to be what it was meant to be, you know what I'm saying? It was more about the friendship, you know what I'm saying, about the helping, about the supporting, being there. It was more so about that back then, you know, decades ago. This goes back way far, y'all. You know, so letting go of this situation how it is today, and it would be more meaningful if it went back to the way that it used to be, when people really cared and was real friends and just wasn't trying to rub shoulders just to get into a place, like I said, where the door was never meant for you to go through it, you know? Spirit, what do you want the people to know as the collective? What do you want the collective to know? Because we talking about the fashion industry shadow. So, Spirit, what would you like the collective to know? Friendship, and then we have denial. I acknowledge my fears, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. You see what I'm saying? When you know better, sis, bro, you do better. That's why I stay up under my rock. Okay? For real. In other words, staying away from the bullshit, staying away from the drama, staying away from the low vibration of things in life, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can only do your part. If you choose not to give it energy, it won't grow. The more energy people give things, the bigger it gets. If you would simply ignore it, it would just die out, because you're not giving it nothing to feed on. As long as you keep feeding the monster, let me take a sip of the monster, no pun intended. As long as you keep feeding the monster, it's going to keep growing and get bigger and bigger, y'all. Can I have a sip of your tasty beverage to wash down my kahuna burger? Anyway, Spirit, please. What would you like the collective to know when it comes to the fashion industry shadow? What would you like them to know when it comes to the soul? When it comes to the soul, what would you like the collective to know? There we go. Wow. Spirit, you didn't come to play, did you? Shit, let me loosen up my bra straps. Shit. Ooh, Spirit, I know you did not come for me. I ain't even do nothing. Listen, I ain't got on a bra, but this dress did not require a bra. Shit, listen. That's not cool, Spirit. That's so wrong. Don't be putting me out on Front Street. Shit. Anyway. Excuse me, y'all. What Spirit wants the collective to know is imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So it's interesting because I simply just told y'all about feeding the monster, right? Feeding the monster is not nourishing the creative aspect of your mind. To be honest, you're actually diminishing it, to be honest. So what Spirit wants you guys to do as a collective is just to do better. For real. Just to do better. It doesn't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? It comes off like the man in the mirror. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, yeah. So the man in the mirror is you, you know? We can't stop nobody from doing nothing, but we can stop how we react to it. You better say that. I said it, okay? So that's what we have with that, y'all. At the bottom of the deck, service. I feel good when I can help others. And that's really what it all boils down to, helping others. You know, that's what this whole thing was supposed to be about, helping others. But it seems more so like others are helping themselves in a major way. That's all I will say. Okay. Now, let's keep it moving. I want to use these cards. I don't use these cards that often. I use them in my personal space, my personal time by myself, you know what I'm saying, when I'm doing certain things. But I found it fitting for tonight. Yeah, I did. So I'm gonna use the Hoodoo tarot cards. Who do you do? Okay. And I want to use these cards just to talk about, and I won't be on it too long, just to talk about the invisible workers, you know what I'm saying? The laborers, the ones who make the sacrifices, you know, we want to talk about the unseen truth, you know, things of that nature. And then I want to get one for Alexander as well. Okay. You know, we talking about the invisible workers here. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, wow. Wow, we got the 5 of sticks, y'all. We got the 5 of sticks. Look at these people on here. That's at the bottom of the deck. Look how they looking. You know, this is basically fire here, y'all. And it lets me know when it comes to the invisible workers, you know, they had or they have passion, you know what I'm saying? But somewhere along the line, the passion turned into something different. You see what I'm trying to say? It turned into something different. And I think we all know why. Because the overall mission itself, it changed. So that passion that you have for something, it goes out the window when things aren't how they supposed to appear to be on the surface, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you are what they call a invisible worker, you are more on the inside knowing what really goes on. So of course, that aspect of the whole foundation will change. You got this person right here. And then you got these over here in the background. Oh, Jesus. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? When it became more about the money and less about the creative aspect of it, that's what I'm saying. The passion of it was gone. It became more about the money. We got the mother of coins. It became more about the money, honey. Look at that person, just sitting here chilling. Look at it. Got the mask on over the eyes, just sitting, just watching the money, making money while you sleep. You feel me? So of course, the invisible workers will be sitting here looking like this when a motherfucker making all this doggone money, but they the one in the background doing all the work, really making you look good. Shut up, table. All right. So I just wanna ask for 4 cards, okay? Can I get 1 card for the laborer, please? When it comes to the invisible worker, can I get 1 card for the laborer? When it comes to the sacrifice, when it comes to the invisible worker. When it comes to the sacrifice, please. Shut up. Oh, y'all ain't gonna believe this shit. You not gonna believe this shit. Remember, hold on, y'all. No, I'm gonna keep it right there. Remember, damn, what was his name? He had a weird name. It wasn't weird, I just didn't expect that to be his name. What's his name? Little Fizz? Drew. Yes. See, there go another fizzle. Remember I said fizzle earlier? Little Fizz. I believe that's what his name was. Drew. Listen. Y'all ain't gonna believe the shit that just went in my head when I said the sacrifice. How come I heard Drew said he didn't say it, but damn, what was her name? The girl name. What's her name? Annalise? I don't know, y'all. I ain't seen that show in so long. But somebody asked him, did he want to cook? And he was like, hell yeah, where that? Something to that extent. I remember that shit. Hell yeah, where that? When I just was shuffling them cards and I said, can I get a card for the invisible workers and the sacrifice? And I saw a cookie and I saw hell yeah, I heard hell yeah, where's that? Oh my God, y'all. These people worked during times where they were sick. These people worked. These are the sacrifices that they made. Like, they worked when they wasn't feeling good. You know how I know? Because I just felt the pain in my chest. You know what I'm saying? They worked, you know, under pressure. They worked when it fucking hurted it. It hurted it for them to work. And they still, that was the sacrifice that they was willing to make for the cause of the good, the better of the good. They was willing to do that. To see it through is what I heard. To see it through. Damn. Well, then, if just to see it through, then, Spirit, what is the unseen truth that the people need to know? What is the unseen truth that the people need to know? When it comes to the invisible workers, please. Last card, y'all. I just want it for the artistic spirit of Alexander McQueen. The artistic spirit for the invisible worker, please. All right, y'all. What's at the bottom? Wow. The garden is at the bottom of the deck, y'all. You don't even know what that means, but I do. That is beyond crazy to me, y'all. That is beyond crazy to me. It really is. But anyhow, y'all, let's just keep it moving. We gonna keep it moving, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what the garden is. Y'all know what the garden is, y'all. It's the world, y'all. The Garden of Eden. It's the world. It's the world. This is what we're talking about. The cycles. The merry-go-rounds. The round and rounds of it. exhausted. I'm only giving y'all 3 hours. I'm not even giving y'all 3 hours. Fuck that. Okay. So let's start off with Alexander and get him out the way. Okay? When it comes to the invisible worker, y'all. Yeah. Yup. That's crazy, y'all. That he would show up like that. Of course he would. This is the Hierophant, y'all. This is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant usually is about tradition, you know, teaching things, learning things on a higher level, you feel me? Now remember, I looked at him as the fallen genius, okay? Then we had the drunker and things, but you know what I was always told? Those who are really, really smart deal with a lot of things mentally, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that he was dealing with anything mentally, because honestly, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, when we talk about the artistic spirit of him, Alexander McQueen was definitely on a higher level. Not saying that people didn't give him his credit. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, he was definitely up there. If he's showing up as the Hierophant, come on now. That's big, big energy. Okay? He came through stomping with the big dogs. What? Say what? Say what? Say what? I like that for him. We're not going to spend too much time on him. We're going to respect his energy for sure. But I like how he showed up. Okay? I like how you showed up. Anyway, let's go over here. That's why I did them first. When it comes to the invisible, I said the invisible. When it comes to the invisible workers, what is the unseen truth? Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. Why y'all do that? I knew y'all was gonna do that. We got the moon, y'all. Of course the moon would show up. That's why I don't like fucking with these cards like that unless it's in my own personal time. But when it comes to the unseen truth, there was a lot of things that only, remember I said, the people who get the less credit know the most about everything that goes on. It was this movie. It wasn't a movie. It was like a mini series. It's called, I think it was called The Resident, and it was on Netflix. And it had old girl, the black chick from Orange is the New Black. I don't know, y'all. I had watched that stuff like years after it had came out on TV. Like, I'm always watching shit years. Like, well, shit, I used to work so fucking much. I didn't have time to watch shit like that. But since I'm not working, I can sit down and binge watch shit when I'm not doing stuff like this. But Orange is the New Black is the reason why I ended up watching this show called The Residence. I think it's called The Resident. But anyhow, that black chick, I don't know her name, sorry. The one that acted kind of crazy. She's a detective and a bird watcher and a damn good detective. But it just goes to what I was saying, like those people inside that, I guess it was like at the White House or considered to be the White House or some shit like that. And it was a murder that had happened. And, you know, the workers, you know what I'm saying, that was considered down here knew a lot, you know what I'm saying? You know, so it's no different. These people, the invisible workers, knew more. They kept a lot of secrets that they probably shouldn't kept, and just did, you know how do they say, like, do your work and keep your head down. You know, they did their job. They did their job good. You know, they made sacrifices when it came to family. You know what I'm saying? They did what they needed to do, you know, for the greater of the good or some shit like that. But it wasn't always good because it was trickery and it was foolery and it was unseen things, hidden things. The moon comes out at nighttime and it shows us, it hides the things that, you know, people think that we don't see or don't want you to see. But them ones they considered the invisible workers, oh, they saw it all. They saw it all. They heard it all. They knew everything. And I'm basing that off of just the cards. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you if they knew a goddamn thing. I'm just telling you what the fucking cards say on that thing. But it looking like they did, though. It looking like they did, though. Shit. And I believe it. You know, they got stories that they could sit back and tell a motherfucker. Hell, they could write a whole book about what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they probably have, and or probably after this reading, they probably will, and write it under a ghost name. Okay, write it under a ghost name. Shay said it. Ow. Okay, y'all. Let's go to the next card, which is the sacrifice. What was the sacrifice for the invisible workers? What was the sacrifice? Of course it would be. Of course it would be. We got the Two of Knives. Didn't we get the Two of Knives up here? Didn't we get the Two of Knives up here, y'all? What did I say? I said, what overshadowed the spirit of the gala, the Met Gala? We got the Two of Swords right here, y'all, early on. That was the first question, the third question that I had asked when we first started this an hour and 52 minutes ago. Okay, a little less because I talked for like 3 minutes. But y'all know what I'm saying, man. The sacrifices was the Two of Swords. You see this Two of Swords? This is a person whose eyes is covered up. Did not just say these motherfuckers got a story to tell. They could sit back and write a whole book about the shit that they thought a motherfucker didn't see that was going on, and it was going on the whole time. Write it under a ghost name. Get paid, baby. There your justice right there. Tell the world the truth that it is. Speak your truth. You can take off that fucking blinder now. Open up your eyes and show the world what really went on. Pissing me off. For real. I don't even know why, though. All right, then. Well, we almost dumped this deck. Because this deck get too serious for me. That's why I only use it. Y'all probably done seen me use it only like a couple times. You know. Can you tell me about the labors? When it comes to the Invisible workers, can you tell me about the labor, please? This is the labors. Oh, God. Damn, y'all, for real? Oh, damn, y'all. That brought tears to my eyes, y'all. On everything. Shit, hold on. You big baby. Damn. I hate when that shit happens. That's why I don't fuck with these cars like that. I said, tell me about the invisible workers, the labor. And they fucking heartbroken, bro, sis. They fucking heartbroken. They fucking heartbroken because they had to choose to put on blinders when they knew everything that was really going on. And here we go, Alexander, like, yeah, you know, I know, because I was right there with y'all. I was right there with y'all, bro. This is the three, look, y'all, look at this man, got all them sores in his heart. That's why that shit was pissing me off, bro. I swear I hate when this shit happen, dude. I don't like tapping into energies like that. That shit crazy, bro. Pissing me off. Alright. Okay. What time is it? Cause 12. Oh, it's Sunday, May 3rd, y'all. Sunday, May 3rd, y'all. Okay. We into another day now. Lord have mercy. All right. Finish it up, Shay. Finish the task. You strong enough, baby girl. You got this. All right. Well, now they know I'm a big old baby. They're not supposed to know I'm a big old baby. All right. Tell the story, Shay. Tell the story. Okay. Let me drink some water. Y'all ain't heard me say shit about no water. Nigga need some water. Fuck that monster right now. I need some water. All right, y'all. This is the Kipper cards. And I want to use these cards to talk about the money, the power, and the machine. You feel me? The economics, the gatekeeper, you know, the city's truth. Let's go. 4 cards. Let's talk about the cost versus the charity. This is the exchange, y'all. Let's talk about the cost versus the charity. This is the exchange. What do we got at the bottom? Bad health. Bad health. Nothing good will come of this when you do stuff that's not from the heart. That's why we talked about love a lot up here on this road. Wow. Y'all see me just cut that deck? We talking about the money, the power, the machine. I said cost versus charity, y'all, the exchange. Y'all see I cut that deck, man. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers, y'all. It's some bullshit. It's a fucking bullshit, y'all. 31 and 13. Y'all see this? The cost versus the charity. The exchange. This is the exchange. The rich get rich and the poor get poor. Bottom line. And then you die. I'm so fucking upset right now, y'all. I ain't even got a pause button. I mean, I'm pissed. But we 2 hours in, and I got to hurry up for Patreon cut off. I can only do 3 hours, y'all. So I'm gonna hurry up now. Can I get 4 cards, please? When it comes to the cost, when it comes to the profit, when it comes to the hidden expenses, who truly benefits? Who truly benefits? Can I get those back to back, please? Those 4 cards. Can I get those 4 cards back to back? When it comes to the cost, the profit, and the hidden expenses, who truly benefits? This is the cost. This is the profit. This is the hidden expense. This is who truly benefits. This is at the bottom of the deck. Number 1. Whoever is number 1. That's who truly benefits. Whoever at the end of the day. Whoever is number 1. Main male. Let's just read what the main male has to say. It says, in keeping with time, he's a fine gentleman, a so-called man of qualities, and we meet him in his study. Note the painting in the study refers to other cards for the opposite sex. He's the partner of the main female. In the same-sex reading, he's the partner of the wealthy man. Didn't we have that card come out earlier, y'all? With the wealthy man in the bad health? This first card appears, this card represents you, the reader, your current or the principal male subject of the reading. It describes where you are at this moment in time, what your desires and what you should be aware of. It also encourages you to look after yourself and to integrate your partner without being selfish. Well-dressed man stands in a well-appointed Victorian parlor. His gaze is confident, direct, and open. This card signifies the male current in the reader. For a woman, he's an important man in her life. This man stands with confidence. Well, one thing for sure, we do remember that confidence card that came out for Miss Anna. Yeah, it did. But I'm not saying she's the one who benefits. You would never get that up out of me. I would never say nothing like that. But whoever is at the top is the one who benefits. At the end of the day. Let's turn it over here. So, the cost versus charity. Oh, why does it sound like court? Why does it sound like court, y'all? When it comes to the cost versus charity, it says distant horizon. Right away, when I saw this card, I thought about the cost is study rising. You know what I'm saying? Number 36, distant horizon. When it comes to the cost, is study going up, 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 up to a 10. We talking about the cost versus the charity. Is study going up? But I will read it for you. I will read it for you. I really shouldn't, because shit, I ain't got much time. We got under an hour, y'all. It says, distant horizon. This is an embelling and usually a positive card. Here's a beautiful, dreamlike ship. Rainbow sails, lifts anchor to fly you to the side of the shore of your wildest hopes. Literally, this card represents yearning, dreams, hopes, wishes. Man, listen. This is crazy. What does it say after that? It's a lot, y'all. Oh my God. Ooh wee. You know what? I can't read all of this until I see what the card is next to it. I don't even read the fucking Kipper shit. I usually just go off of what I feel. But to determine what this card really means, you have to know what's attached to it. That's what all of this stuff right here say, y'all. Y'all know I don't read this shit. So let's see what it says. We talking about the profit. I guess the profit and the cost would go hand in hand, right? So let's turn it over. Wow. We got number 36, y'all. So let's just not 36, I'm sorry. That's that goddamn what is it called? That ADHD, not ADHD. That shit with them with them words, when people see words different ways. I see that shit with numbers. I be trying to fight it though. It's at a, I forgot what it was called, but it's a name for it for numbers too. And I be trying to work with that shit, but sometimes it catch me off guard, you know. So it's not 36, it's 39, y'all. But anyway, let's see, does it come up in here? This card is nope, it don't come up here. So listen to this. So I have to read it. When it comes to the cost and the profit, the cost is steady rising, right? But when it comes to the profit, the community itself is not profiting off of it as it should be. That's the way that I'm gonna look at it. That's the way I'm gonna read it. All right. Somebody else can read it a different way, but that's how I'm gonna read it. When it comes to the cost, it's steady rising. Okay. Look at this. Look how this card is. It's like this part is up. That's how I'm reading it. I'm looking at the picture, y'all. Okay? I'm not going off of what the book said. I never do anyway. But I'm looking at it, and we're talking about the cost and the profit. Is the community profiting? I mean, is the community profiting off of this in any type of way? That's the question at hand. Cost and profit. We got the community right here. Would the New Yorkers say, hey, you know, we love when this happens because we get the celebrities and they come frequent our establishments. We make more money on the week of May 4th or something like that. Um, we like when they come, excuse me, because you know we benefit as well. So this is where the money, the power in the machine comes in, and who's benefiting, who's profiting when it comes to all of this, because we know it's a hefty price, okay? And with main male, one person is not a community, okay? So I don't know if everybody is profiting like this. Okay, I'm not in New York. I don't know, but I would like to visit for 24 hours. I don't think I could do more than that. Yep. Damn, that's crazy too. I bet y'all didn't even know that New York, I don't know which part, but do y'all know that it actually rises and falls? Do y'all know that? That it physically, like, rises and falls. Like, move, my nigga, like, for real. I bet y'all think I'm tripping, but I'm not. It's the truth. It rises and it falls. All right, whatever, dude. Whatever. Anyway, let's talk about the hidden expenses here. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Y'all ain't finna believe this shit. Well, you know what? I think I figured out who benefits. And that's why I should have read it how I wanted to read it in the first place. I wanted to read it backwards. But anyway, I think I figured out who benefits, you guys. Remember, I said whoever benefits is the person who's at the top. The person who is considered the number one. Right? Main male, right? Now, I turn this card over right here. We talk about the hidden expenses, right? How we gonna get the lovers? How the lovers is all about a choice or a partnership, an agreement. The hidden expense is the partnership, the choice, or the agreement. Who is the one who's funding this when it comes to the profit and when it comes to the cost? Who's funding it, y'all? Who's funding it? Is it a couple? Are there lovers? Has an agreement or a contract been signed? I don't know. I'm not asking a question. But one thing I will tell you is that we talking about a cost, a profit, a hidden expense, and who truly benefits. The person who is considered number one. For the lovers to come out in this is crazy as fuck to me. The lovers is not a community. Lovers is usually considered two people unless you got third party interference, which could be Anna, but you know, who knows? I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. But look, lovers and the main female. It talked about it earlier that this is considered partners. This card right here belongs to this card right here. 1 and 2. Who are the top 2 people that is benefiting from this? Who name is out there? Who's supposed to be sponsoring this? I'm not going to say their name, but I'm pretty sure they are a couple. I'm pretty sure they have some partnership. I'm pretty sure they signed some type of contract, some type of agreement, some type of handshake. I'm not going to say the people name because y'all already know who the people name is. I will not say it. But I ain't never had a reading that with these 2 cards in the Lovers. Never. I've been doing this for 3.5 years. Never, ever, ever has it come out like this. Never. I can tell you right now because I would have remembered it. This shit is crazy, bro. This shit is mad crazy. I will not. Though. I'm gonna just put this card here. Ooh, did y'all see that? All I did was move it. Because I was finna put the little motherfucker right here next to his wife. And what did I say? The rich get rich and the poor get poor and die. I said, look at the numbers, y'all. I said, pay attention to the numbers. Did you pay attention to the numbers? 1 and 2 is 3 all day. Wasn't the wealthy man number 13? Pay attention. That's why I read the cards like I read them and not like everybody else. That's why. Because you can't always go off of the traditional meaning. Tarot is about a feeling. It's about your intuition, in case you didn't know. Because somebody gonna have to say something, and I don't give a fuck. I said what the fuck I said when I said it. Anyway. Bad health, y'all, is mad crazy to me. That is mad crazy to me. Let's talk about the politics of the inclusion. Let's talk about the politics of the inclusion. What is that, Shay? At the bottom of the deck. Slow it down. Slow it fucking down. When it comes to the politics of the inclusion, slow it the fuck down, bruh, sis. You're doing too much. And for what, though? Because a motherfucker made a choice to. Anyway, when it comes to the politics of the inclusion, I want 4 cards, y'all. Who gets invited? Who gets excluded? The outsider energy and the politics of belonging. Here we go. Seek healing. Slow down and seek healing, y'all. That shit is mad crazy, bro. That's mad crazy to me. Here we go. Who gets invited? Who gets excluded? Who's the outside energy? And the politics of belonging. Who gets invited? Who gets excluded? The outside energy, Meghan Markle. The politics of belonging. What's at the bottom of the deck? Ain't it though? Ain't it? I'm sorry for yelling. Because I'm tired of this shit, dog. Just imagine if I had more than 4 days and not all them other readings that I had to do. Thank you. I'm glad for the requests, y'all. I appreciate it. But what if I had like 2 weeks to put all of this shit together, y'all? Just imagine how flawless this shit would be. Because y'all already know from my prior readings, I ain't finna play with it. I ain't finna play with it. This off of 4 days, y'all. With all my other shit going on. My personal life. Man. Patreon, y'all know. Y'all know shit I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, man. Just imagine if I really had time to dive deep into this shit, bro. Like a whole fucking week. I would have turned this motherfucker out. Turned this bitch out, y'all. Y'all don't even understand I would have turned this bitch out. Smooth the fuck out, bro. I know I would have. I just didn't have enough time. This is a rush job. But just imagine. Oh, man, I'm pissed because we talking about the politics of the inclusion. And at the end of the day, ain't it always about the money? Ain't it? Here we go. Abundance. Ain't it always about money? The rich get richer and the poor gets poorer. Okay? And then you fucking die. You fucking die. What's behind there? Look at that. Look at that. Occupation. Working hard just to die. Man, please. But abundance, y'all. The politics of inclusion is abundance. All right, Patreon. Here I come. Okay, so who gets invited? Intuition. Not intuition. Intuitive. No, it is intuition. Intuition. Whoever Anna says, that's who gets invited. Whoever Anna says, whoever Anna approves us. We know that already, right? Right. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry that I'm rushing. Okay. Who gets excluded? Those who don't communicate in a way that one may feel that they need to communicate. That's who gets excluded. The ones who ain't talking the same language. Bottom line. What is the outside energy, Meghan Markle? Because she speak the truth. But don't nobody want to hear the truth. They want to continue to believe the lies and all that bullshit. So the outsider energy is the one who speaks the truth. Of course, they don't want the truth inside a building full of lies, based on lies. You're damn right. So she would be considered the outside energy. No one wants to hear her truth. Okay? Okay? The politics of belonging. Patience. Patience. The politics of belonging. You want to be attached to something so motherfucking bad. And for what? Let me read it. Patience. Moon cycle. Ain't that something? We had already talked about that moon earlier. But okay. Where is it at? I don't even know. I haven't used these in so long. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for it, y'all. Just give me a second. I think it's right here. I think it's 58. Is it 58? Yes. This card urges you to trust in divine timing. In ancient times, women and men were more attuned to the facts that life goes in cycles. Then we talk about those cycles and understanding them bitches and how they work. Just like the moon, we know this because the first record lunar calendar dates back at least as far as the Stone Age. I said this shit been going on forever. It serves the women and the men to know which moon phase they are in, just as it serves you to know which life phase you are in. When it comes to wanting to belong to some shit, what life phase are you, what cycle are you currently in when you want to belong to some shit that you know ain't right? You know ain't right. As you go through whatever you're going through right now, as you experience whatever prompts you to ask this question, you are impatiently awaiting the next development. Remember that life goes in cycles, and just as you can't hurry up the moon, you can't speed up the process, and you need to go through. And you can't speed up the process. You need to go through now. You need to feel all your feelings and learn all your soul's lessons as you go through whatever you're encountering. Patience is called for, but you more than likely get to where you want to go. It's not easy to wait, but sometimes instant gratification leads only to short-term gain. Fuck out of here. Drop the fucking mic. You damn right. Drop the mic and bring that bitch back like a yo-yo, because I'm not done. I'm not fucking done. Okay? We done with this part only because I got to keep moving because we already 2 hours, damn near 2 hours and a half in. But wanting to belong to something so we talking about the politics of belonging. Wanting to belong to some shit so fucking much, instant gratification only leads to short-term gain. Be careful what you stick your dick in. Okay? Be careful what you stick your is all I got to say. Because that shit can get a little shitty. Okay? Shit on a stick. Okay? I can smell it a fucking mile away, bro. And it smells like farts. Okay, listen. I'm so sorry. I think it's time for some monster. Let me get a little monster. It's like I gotta meet these motherfuckers where they at, bro. Alright. Okay, y'all. Okay. Okay, we gotta hurry up now. We gotta hurry up, y'all. Wow. Y'all ain't gonna believe this shit. There's no way. All these cards are pre-shuffled. There's no way I could even set these cards up as perfectly as they are. As I keep putting them up, there's no way I could set these motherfuckers up this fucking perfect, dog. I pre-shuffle all these motherfucking cards, y'all. Believe a nigga when I tell you, there's no need to lie, bro. This shit, you ain't gonna believe this shit. I want to use these. Okay, these is the sign of the times, right? And I want to use these cards just to see how the New Yorkers feel. How do the New Yorkers... I am so fucking sorry. Sorry. It's the monster, bro. That shit got acid in it. I did not mean to do that. I mean, I couldn't help it. You know, it just did what it did. Okay, listen. Excuse me. Okay, I please excuse me for burping on this like that. I'm so sorry. That shit sounded like okay, listen, I'm sorry. I want to know how the New Yorkers truly feel. And these are the signs of the times. I say all that because it says bees and it talks about community. And remember in the Kipper, we talked about the community. And I said, I don't think the community is profiting like that, right? I said, I don't. But for me to pick up this card, this deck, and to see the bees right here, and it says community, let's talk about it, okay? And I just want to ask for 3 cards, and I want to know the public's emotion, and I want to know the the community's impact, and I want to know the social truth. Okay, that's what I want to know. Let me scoot over here so y'all can see a nigga. Because we getting a lot of cards, and my table is so small. Wow. The New Yorkers, at the end of the day, they just want to have some peace and some harmony. Peace and harmony. I hear we go through enough shit. Then y'all want to bring y'all shit? You better say that with your Timbos on, your Timberland shit. I own me a couple pairs of Timbos. I ain't even gonna lie. Shit, some lugs too. Okay, now I'm telling my age. People probably don't even know what the fuck lugs are. God damn it, shit. Here we go. I want to know what is the New Yorkers' true feelings. Wow. 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 I said I want to know about the New Yorkers' true feelings. So when it comes to the New Yorkers in their public emotions, we got endings, but it's in the reverse. So they probably feel like this shit is never gonna end. We just got to deal with it. Because it came out in the reverse. Y'all saw that. When we talk about the community's impact, New York's true feelings when it comes to the community impact of it all, they try to stay resilience. We got resilience. They try to suck it up with the succulent because it's like, what else can they do? And then we got the social truth. It's like a relationship that they tied up in and can't get out with not being here. It just is what it is. Obviously, with the skull being here in the reverse, that's how they feel. We in a relationship. We're in a bind. We're in a knot. We're in a relationship that we don't want to choose to be in. We're just in it. There's no way around it. But when it comes to the community impact, we stay resilient. We do what we have to do, motherfucker. We New Yorkers. What the fuck? When it comes to the public emotions of the New Yorkers, we just feel like it's never going to end. With end is being in the reverse. All right. I'm sorry, I'm rushing y'all. Disruption. Disruption. Can't make it up. Disruption. Disruption is never good. It's never good. You can say what you want with that one. I don't think I need to speak on it. Because eventually motherfuckers get sick of being tired. Okay? Sick of being sick and tired. Okay? All right, y'all. Okay, what else do we got? What else do we got? These cards. Come on, Shay. Come on, because it's almost 3. It's almost 3. Okay, so I want to use these cards right here. And I want to know, will the gala survive? At the bottom of the deck, whoa, we got the 4th house. We got the 4th house. Well, shit, we is talking about survival. And it says home. Okay? Mid-heaven. Damn. Let's go. What is the future timeline? What is the future timeline of the gala? What threatens the gala? What threatens the gala? Tell me about the longevity of the gala. Alliance. Wow. Motherfucker better come together and figure something out that's gonna work for everybody involved. I mean, everybody. Everybody who's affected by this. You better come together and figure something out. Oh shit. Okay, y'all. So, um, let's see what this card is talking about. We're talking about the future timeline. We got the source. The source is the sun. Okay? As long as that money is still coming, you know what I'm saying? They still gonna be able to shine. What threatens it? They got to continue to have strength if they want this to happen. The strength card only comes out. Let's read it. Let's read it. Number 13. That's crazy. We got 13 again coming out. Remember that wealthy man that came out? That was number 13. The source. The source comes out and it talks about the sun, but the source, the future timeline is based off of the source. What is the source? The money is the source that carries this thing like it does, right? And then we got the strength card, okay? That's coming out as the threats. Number 13. Okay, it says, your voice matters. Trust that you are what you need here at this moment. You are in your element and at the right place at the right time, so you have an advantage. But it's up to you to make a choice and run with the ball. Dodge the obstacles and look for opportunities just beginning to merge. Have faith in yourself. You have to take what it takes. It says, have faith in yourself. You have what it takes, even if you don't know it. It's up to you to tap into your potential and find the resources. Didn't I just say as long as the resources is there, they will be just fine when it comes to a future timeline? What is this whole thing all about? Finding the money to quote unquote cater to this event, right? Okay, it says play your strength. Play to your strength. Use your contacts. Ain't it? Don't homegirl use her contacts to get what it is that she need? Use your contacts. Sing the song that best fits you. Don't she have a lot of singers and rappers come through that support her cause and what she's trying to do? Do so with humble respect of the process. The question at hand, is she respecting the process though? The situation is strong enough for you to fulfill your potential without stepping on another person to get ahead. The wind is with you, but it does not work. The wind, what did it say? This situation is strong enough for you to fulfill your potential without stepping on another person to get ahead. The wind is with you, but will not do the work for you. Take the lead, do the work, and bring the team along with you. Challenges. It may be tempting to take over. Yes, it's time for you to shine, but bring everyone along with you rather than dominate them, or you may be left high and dry once the game is over. Here's the gift. For weeks, for months, or a lifetime. Then the motherfucker say early on they want to live for forever. You have prepared for this moment. The muscle you've built in the body and the soul and understanding you have occurred are needed here at this time and place. Sometimes people are put in positions of authority and don't know how to act when they get into them. What's this last card when it comes to the longevity? Archive. Hang it up. Hang it up. Put it on the back burner, baby. Unless you get that alliance together. Okay? All right? I'm sorry that I'm moving fast, y'all, but Patreon finna cut off. They finna cut off. And y'all only got so much time to... we almost done, y'all. We almost done. Okay, I think I can push it. Okay. I want to use these cards right here. These are the Ask Your Guides, okay? And I want to know about the spiritual purpose of this all. The spiritual purpose. 2 cards. The spiritual purpose and the human reality. So what is the spiritual purpose and what is the human reality of it all? At the bottom of the deck, we got support. At the end of the day, it was always supposed to be about support. Is those who need the support getting supported properly? Bottom line. Decisions. Because the person that's making all decisions ain't playing fair. Just playing for keeps. Anyway, can I get 2 cards? Spirit, the spiritual purpose, and the human reality. I'll take it back to back. The spiritual purpose and the human reality. I can't do it with these cards sitting right there, y'all. Sorry. The spiritual purpose and the human reality, please. Okay. It's a lot, isn't it? Last shuffle. So this card right here will be the spiritual purpose. Joy. Pleasure. That's the spiritual purpose. Joy. Pleasure. Aren't we supposed to enjoy the things of life? Have pleasure in doing so? It only seems like only so many people are having joy and pleasure when it's more than just 2-3 people involved. Is everybody having joy and pleasure? As the New Yorkers, are the people who this was supposed to be for in the first place, do they experience joy? Do they experience pleasure? What is the human reality of it all? Leadership. Whoever in leadership ain't doing what they supposed to be doing. What's at the bottom of the deck? Work. Work. Work is at the bottom of the deck. So we got pleasure and we got leadership. Who's doing all the work and who's getting all the pleasure off of the sweat and tears of others? The leadership ain't where it's supposed to be at, y'all. Bottom line, that's what it all boils down to, y'all. I swear I'm about done because I know Patreon I'm finna get ready and cut off, y'all. And I can't let them cut off like that. Cause them my niggas, I need to keep riding with them. Okay? Guess that's it. Wait a second. No, that's not it. That's not it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. It's one presence that hasn't came through or been spoken about yet. Who the fuck is that? Wow. Should I tell him or should I not? Let's see if Mr. Nest would like to come through and share in this moment with us. At the bottom of the deck, we got the cosmic power. Whoa. Really, that's how you feel, Mr. Nest? Cosmic power. Let's talk about it. Where's the book? Okay. That's at the bottom of the deck, y'all. And this is the African Goddess Rising Oracle. All right, so let's see. See, that's damn near the only person we ain't talked about, Mr. Nest. Let's see. Let's see. Cosmic power number 2. Where the fuck is it? Okay, so this what it says, y'all. You are in the right place. Release the fear of your power. You are scared. You are magic. Now that you know this, you can no longer pretend not to. Rise up into your magnificence. Love and accept yourself fully to unlock everything you seek. Stop pretending to be less than you are. Your real power has nothing to do with your external gains. Cosmic power cannot be destroyed or lost. You were created by the same force that birthed the sun and the motherfucking moon. Damn. That's how you feel, Mr. Ness? We might as well just call him Elliot. Okay? Okay? Fuck. Then that's just, I'm a little scared, y'all. I don't even want to go on no more. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Cause shit, he came out like a wrecking ball. Like you go, how you gonna say how you gonna feel? Say how you gonna forget about a nigga like me? I didn't mean no disrespect, sir. I goddamn. Okay, well, is there anything else you would like to say, Mr. Nest? What do you want the people to know right here, right now, in this moment? Wow. I cut the deck, y'all. Number 26. And the only thing I'm focusing on right now, y'all, is the fact that this is the year 2026. That's the only thing I'm focusing on. I said, do you have anything to say? I cut the deck, and it says, sacred lust. And 26 is right here. Before I close out this reading, Mr. Ness, is there anything else you would like the people to know via these cards? Is there anything else you would like the people to know via these cards? Anything? Anything else? I think that's it, y'all. I ain't gonna force it. Wow. Oh, Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. The only reason why I gotta hurry up. We have fearless love. And it's interesting because remember, I had said that love was mentioned a lot during this reading. And for this card to come out, fearless love, is crazy to me. Because when it comes to this overall situation, there is love because we still do have those invisible workers who still do what they got to do even to this day. We still have those people who have passion and a genuine heart for what it is that they do. That's still out there. So I can't say there isn't love, but I think it should be more. Okay? And I think that's what Mr. Nest wants y'all to know. And the reason why I say that is because of the card that's at the bottom of the deck. That's what's at the bottom of the deck. Number 21. You know, I wonder, should I do a continuation of this? Because I did kind of start rushing towards the end, but I wonder, should I do a part 2? So I guess that's the question at hand, you guys. To be continued or not to be continued? That is the question. Because for this card to come out at the bottom of the deck, we talking about, this is the Empire. This is the Empire speaking. He is the Empire. He's the whole thing. And for this to come out, I don't know. Y'all got me scratching my goddamn head. Now. Should I do a continuation? Should I do a part 2? I don't know, y'all. I got like 10 requests that I have to get to. I don't know, y'all. Listen, man. I think I'm gonna leave it there, y'all. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Rising Court, the chamber dims for now, but your light does not. Continue to move with intentions until we meet again. I am Queen Vanshay Rising 360 plus Tarot. Thank you.